messy church in Uxbridge. I went into the messy church the other day and I saw the disturbing thing. It disturbed me anyway. It might not disturb the people that go in there, but it disturbed me. When I went in the second day, the food bank van was parked across the front of this church here, and it had all blacked out windows. The bank across is recently being vacated. You can't see anyone going in or out once the van is across there. Anything could be getting transported in or out. It was blocked off, the door was blocked off by the van. And then I went in and I saw this thing. I saw a man holding this thing here with both of his hands, mumbling like that, blah, 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 blah. I thought he was retarded, but then I thought, well, 7 spirits, it says in the Bible, 7 spirits come into you. So imagine you were in a town that had a cult in the heart of it for centuries, and they have 7 spirits, and they get that because there's cursed items. Items can be cursed, and they can have spirits attached to them, and they're going out and touching off you in the town, touching that unclean thing. Now, to me, in a Hammer House horror movie, there's loads of idolatry in the background as well. You could see a head or a heart on top of that, and the hole is in it for the blood to funnel down there. You could do a child, whatever. These things happen, so I want to make a Hammer House horror movie about an evil town. There is a lot of evil people in that town, because someone tried to murder me a few times, and they took me children, they took everything, and now they got me down where I'm homeless, and I had to go in there to the food bank to ask for food in the middle of the... And I had a woman who tried to knock me out as well and tried to get me nicked a few times. She accused some guy of raping her before. She used to go into that church. She kept causing me loads of trouble. That's a vicious looking implement. So here's the friendly parish priest. Uxbridge has a long history of child abuse, stemming out of the civic centre and stuff like that. And funnily enough, this man wants to be careful who he associates with, being close to the Prime Minister and all, so I give him the warning. Boris Bojo. In Uxbridge, that's where it is. Let me pause this, I want to show you some other stuff. Seven spirits. So when you go out, if you go out and you touch these people and they're getting spirits you put into them, touch no unclean thing. Corinthians, look. Cursed objects. Deuteronomy, the occult and cursed objects. So if this guy's running in here to this thing, if there's a few people running into this thing, putting their hands on it, and yeah, it's easy to... If a foreigner comes over here and he's looking for food in the food bank and no one knows he's over here, and he pops in there, he gets a cup of tea, he gets spiked. This is over the Hammer House movie, you have to get into its method acting. He gets spiked, they take him upstairs to the office, because he said to me when I went in for food yesterday, he says, you can go up to the office. They don't like me in there, but they will let me up to the office. I says, no, it's alright, I'll come back. So when you see these sort of things, there is the cursed object. It's a detestable thing in the eyes of the Lord. There. See? It's a really detestable thing. My man was holding on to that with his 2 hands and he was mumbling. I thought he was retarded, but he's not. He was probably charged. Well, that's what I seen. And then there was a little girl in there and she pushed her finger onto the priest's hand and he took her into the office. I don't know what went on in there. I'm not saying anything went on. I'm just saying this is for the movie. So when you look at the church, yeah, St. Margaret's Church. You can see in the background the microbials, yeah? What's a microbial? I'll show you. Messy Church, M-E-S-S, Messy Church. Messy Church, and there, look what's in the background. See? The microwaves, microbial entities, so the spirits are in high places. So let me zoom in on this. There. See it right in the corner? That's what you're looking at. German technology, well, it's German technology. James is microbials. Messy Church. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of looks very happy and all, but everyone's under total control in there in a way, because they're in food poverty and they're relying on the food, and a lot of people get brought there because they're young people and what you call it, because they're disabled people or have learning difficulties. That's a weird looking crucifix as well. So I went in there the first time and I said to the guy, I told him about some satanic stuff I came across before, and he wasn't interested. He said, why are you telling me this? Well, I thought, well, I'm telling you because you're supposed to be a man of God. But he said he's one of his, whatever that means. And then they tried to get me to meet up with two people to bring me to house me, but I just didn't bother going because I had somewhere to stay that night. The battery charger, the battery charger. See, they changed that. You wrote the spirit battery charger. So now you have the spirit battery charger. So there's something that being changed already. Spiritual water and the spirit battery charger. The van was parked across there, and across the road the bank is closed down. You can run anybody or anything in and out of that church up to the office. Or up. And one day I walked up to that church when it was supposed to be open, and they had a couple of girls, I know the girls, barring the doors they wouldn't let me in the daytime. And they were like doing security on the door, and you have a lot of people hanging around outside. So whatever goes on in there, I don't know, but I don't get a good feeling about that ugly fucking thing. Especially when I see some nutcase swinging over. Mumbling repetitive prayers. I'll show you what a prayer. You're supposed to pray on your own anyway, because personal relationship between you and God, but Quaker Hall, Quaker Church. A Quaker Church. A Puritan. I want to find one. Quaker Hall. That's what it's supposed to look like. A Quaker Hall. There, look, no idolatry in it. There's the vicar's daughter. I just went back to this picture and looked at, all of a sudden the micro antenna is gone missing off the top, look. Strange but true. That's just disappeared. Microbials. Come out from among them and be separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be your father, and I will be a father to you, and you will be my sons and my daughters, says the Lord God Almighty.